what you have to say. I mean, I've heard it a couple times, and I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard it all the time. But for the 2 times I have heard it, I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, it's starting to make sense to me how this plan works. And so I want you guys just to open your eyes and ears here and take some notes, because he's going to walk you through how this thing works. And he's going to tell you the numbers that he's seen it work. I mean, this isn't like projection. This is coming from facts. He's seen this plan do it. So, Dan, I'm just going to turn it over to you and take it away.
Awesome, Robert. I appreciate it. Before I do, I want to take just maybe 1 or 2 minutes and give just a little bit of information for any of those that are new to the AI space or wondering, is this really as big as Robert's saying it is, or Dan says it can be. These are just some information that I came across in the last couple of weeks that really opened up my mind and really excited me. One, maybe you have all seen it, but the current valuation of OpenAI is $100 billion. OpenAI started in 2015, but didn't really get into the space as we know them with ChatGPT until November of 2022. So between November of 2022 and today, their valuation is over $100 billion. Before ChatGPT, they didn't really even have a valuation. So again, $100 billion in 2 years. And just to kind of show you what's happening in the AI space, I'm going to read several names here of companies that have started in 2024 or did funding in 2024 and have raised over $100 million just in 2024. So in January, Core.ai raised $150 million. In February, Magic, $117 million. LambDA, $320 million. Recogni, I'm not sure exactly how to say that, $102 million. Abridge, $150 million. Figure, $675 million. Glean, $203 million. In March, Zephyr AI, $111 million. Together AI, $106 million. FunGuard, $100 million. Celestial AI, $175 million. April, Sierra, $300 million. Zara Therapeutics, $1 billion. Cognition, $175 million. Augment, $227 million. Blaze, $106 million. Now we get into May. CoreWeave, $1.1 billion. Weka, $140 million. Suno, $125 million. Scale AI, $1 billion. XAI, a lot of people know that's Elon Musk company, $6 billion raised. AlphaSense, $650 million. Acasa, $120 million. Evolutionary Scale, $142 million. Etch.ai, $120 million. Bright Machines, $106 million. Skilled AI, $300 million. Hebia, $130 million. And the list goes on and on. That's only through July. So again, that's most of them. That's almost 30 companies that have raised hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in the AI space just in 2024. And every single one of them, I don't think any of them have put everything together that we have under one roof like Rubi AI. I mean, the sky is absolutely the limit here. So what I want to do is go over exactly how you get paid. So I'm going to do this fairly quick because I don't want anybody to kind of get stuck in all of these numbers. The only thing that you have to realize and the only thing you have to really understand in this entire compensation plan is, first off, we want to show every single person how to qualify for unlimited weekly income. That happens by becoming binary qualified, as Robert talked about, one left with an active order, one right with an active order. As soon as you do that, you're qualified for literally unlimited income. If I can duplicate that one time, all I want to do is I want to get binary qualified myself. And then the next step, I want to help those two become binary qualified. That two-step plan is the only thing you need to understand in the compensation plan, because the first thing that's going to do, it's going to get you in profit. So now you're not paying anything for your Rubi membership. So here's a big thing. All of those companies that I just mentioned that have raised hundreds of millions or billions of dollars, they're in business for profit. They're in business so that you pay them or advertisers pay them or somebody pays them for them to make money. Here's a big difference with Rubi AI. Rubi is designed 100% for us to pay you. Obviously, you pay for your membership, but it doesn't work that that's the end goal. The end goal isn't just for you to pay for your membership month after month after month after month. The goal is for you to get into profit and to make money marketing this amazing service to people all over the world. So that is a massive difference than all of these, $100 million, billion-dollar AI companies that are designed just to take your money. We're designed to give money to you. If you've been in this company for any more than 1 month and you're not getting paid to use Ruby, then you need to focus on what Robert talked about. You need to get back to day one. So I'm going to go through starting with the most basic way that we get paid. And I'm just going to base everything on 40 CV. That would be the $50 package. If you just want to do the quick math in your head, if it's a $25 package, just cut it in half. That's 20 CV. So we're going to be talking about 40 CV. So on that 40 CV, if I bring in a customer and the CV happens to be 40, I'm going to make $10 every single time that they order. The next thing that's going to happen is 30 CV is going to go into the 2-team plan, which we'll talk about here in just a minute. So that's the total payout on how customers work. Every single time they order, if it's 40 CV, I make 25% of that. I'm going to make $10. And then 75% of that CV, which in this case would be 30, is going to go into the 2-team plan. So that's basic. That's the first way. Hopefully everybody understands how to get paid on customers. The second thing, fast start bonus. This is on the first order of any influencer. So again, we're just talking about the $50 pack. It would be cut in half as a $25 pack, and a little bit more than that if it's a $15 pack. But here's what you're looking at. 50%, or excuse me, 40%, 50% is paid out, but 40% is paid directly to the sponsor. And then because we're geared up to have a strong power line system, we have 10% that goes to the placement. So how this would work on that 40 CV, you're going to make 40% or $16, and then 10% or $4 is going to be paid to the person that they're placed under. This is for the future when we roll out the Flex power line, that we can send out that you have a check waiting for all of the pre-enrollees. So every pre-enrollee that has anybody upgrade underneath them, they're going to earn a check. So basically every single person in the company, whether they enroll anybody or not, as long as they have one active, is going to earn a check in their Ruby business. And sometimes just getting that first check, people see that it's real. They have that basic understanding. So again, on the first order, you're going to make 40% of the CV. 10% of that CV is going to be paid to the placement, whoever they're placed under. And then you're still going to have 20% go on the 2-team plan. So that 20% would be $8 of the 40 CV. So if you break that down, somebody joins, it's 40 CV, their sponsor makes 16, then you go to the placement makes 4, and then you go to 8, which is going to pay somewhere between 80 cents and $1.60 to whatever pay leg they're on in the 2-team plan. So that's the payout of that 40 CV. Then we go into the 2-team pay. This is basically the lifeblood of the residual income. And in order to qualify to earn commissions on that, 3 things have to happen. First, you need to be active yourself. Second, you need 1 active left and 1 active right. That's basically going to qualify you for $20,000 per week just in the 2-team plan. So everything works together. You can make unlimited on customers. You can make unlimited on that first order bonus. You can make $20,000 per week on the 2-team. Now, the reason it limits it to $20,000 per week is simply because there's no limit on the levels that you can get paid. So I also want to be very clear on a 2-team plan. Most of the time, people explain a pay leg and a power leg, a larger leg and a lesser leg. In all 2-team plans that I've ever seen in the industry, you're actually paid on both legs. But for explanation, a lot of times they talk about a pay leg and a power leg. So let me explain how that works. And I'll explain it both ways. Whichever one makes the most sense to you is fine. So you're not paid on people in the plan. You're not paid on levels in the plan. You're simply paid on volume. Now, as a brand new influencer with one left and one right, you're going to start out at making 8% of the volume on your lesser team, or 4% of the matched volume of both teams. And this is to infinity. So again, a lot of times people think, oh, well, 8% on my pay leg or 4% on the matched volume, it's not a lot. But if you look at most unilevel plans in the industry, they pay between 3 and 10% per level and rarely go past 7 levels. So 3 to 10% and rarely go past 7 levels. So here, if you're looking at getting paid on both teams, 4% of the balanced volume, and I'll explain that, or 8% of the pay leg, it's exactly the same, just two different ways to explain it. I personally like the 4% of the balanced volume because that's actually how the compensation plan pays. So let's just take as an example, and let's say one team is doing 1,000 in volume, another team is doing 500 in volume. That matched volume of 500 and 1,000 would be 500. So in that case, I'm going to get paid 4% on the 500 on my left, 4% on the 500 on my right. And if you just want to break down what that is, it's $20 on my left, $20 on my right, or a total of $40. Or I can look at it as the 500 on my left, and that's my pay leg. The 1,000 on my right is my power leg. I get paid 8% of the pay leg. That's again 8% of 500 is $40. Now what happens is that 500 that I wasn't paid on the power leg doesn't disappear. It carries over to the next week. And this happens week after week after week. As you move up in the pay plan to silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and above, the pay also goes up. It goes up to 20% of what you can earn on the two-team pay. But everybody starts off with the two-team pay as soon as you have one left and one right, the ability to make $20,000 per week. And again, this is not paid on people. This is not paid on levels. This is simply paid on volume. However it comes in, there's 3 basic ways that volume can come in: through the people you sponsor, through downline duplication, which is the people they sponsor, and also upline spillover, because every person only has 2 legs, one left and one right. As soon as those positions are filled, everybody has to go under one of those 2 positions, and the volume counts exactly the same, whether you sponsored them, it was downline spillover, or somebody in the downline sponsored them. That's the 3 ways that we create volume. And just remember, one left, one right, you make between 8% and 20% of the pay leg, or 4 to 10% of the matched volume on both legs. That's a 2-team pay. The lifestyle bonus, this is really the main thing, the only thing that I ever personally explain. I explain 2 things. I explain what you need to do to qualify for weekly income. Because if you're not qualified for weekly income, the compensation plan does not matter because you're not qualified for it. So until you have one left and one right, none of this matters. Once you have one left and one right, now you're qualified for $20,000 per week in that 2-team pay, and you've done the first step of the first lifestyle bonus. Now the lifestyle bonus here is based, we actually have 2 of them. So we have one on the $25 pack that is only 1 bonus, a 2 who get 2, and then we have 4 different bonuses on the $50 pack. We're just going to talk about the 50 just for time's sake on this short presentation. So on the $50, I get 2 who get 2. It's a $50 bonus. That's 2 who get 2 on the $50 pack. So 3 qualifiers. 1, I'm on the $50 pack. 2, I have 1 left and 1 right on the $50 pack. And 3, they each have 1 left and 1 right on the $50 pack. That's a total of 6 people plus me, $50 bonus, in addition to the rest of my commissions. We each add 1 more, 3 who get 3. And again, this has nothing to do with the binary. It doesn't matter what side they're on. Nothing. You can sponsor 100 people. If I sponsor 100 people and 2 of those 100 have 2 people with 50, then I'm good to go. That's what qualifies for the bonus. I add another 3 who get 3. It's a $150 bonus. 4 who get 4 is a $250 bonus, and 5 who get 5 is a $350 bonus in addition to the rest of your plan. So if you just focus on duplicating even the 2 who get 2, I'll do a quick example of how that works at the end of this compensation plan presentation. But after the lifestyle bonus, we have matching bonuses. Starting with the very first person you enroll, you make a 20% match of anything they make in the 2-team plan. That's very basic. It's very simple. If they make $10, you make $2. If they make $100, you make $20. If they make $1,000, you make $200. Every single person you personally enroll, doesn't matter what team they're on, has nothing to do with your 2-team pay. You just match up to 20% of their 2-team pay. Then starting at the level of silver, you start qualifying for generation matching bonuses. Actually, starting at the rank of gold, you start qualifying for up to 4 generations of match. Again, generations, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but generations are not even similar to levels. Every single generation goes to infinity. So I make 10% on everybody that I enroll, everybody they enroll, everybody they enroll, everybody they enroll, everybody they enroll. Whatever they make on the 2-team plan, I make that to infinity or until it reaches another gold or higher. When it reaches another gold or higher, that does not stop my pay. That just ends my first generation and starts my second, which also pays to infinity. Or until it hits another gold or higher, that does not end my pay. That just ends my second generation, starts my third. That goes down another generation, your fourth, and it would literally be the 5th gold or higher down 1 sponsor tree leg that would end that generation pay just for that 1 leg. All the other legs, you're still getting paid to infinity. This, again, is a minimum of 4 golds, not just a minimum of 4 people, a minimum of 4 golds or higher, but it could literally, each generation can be hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of people. And these two, the matching bonuses on our largest earners, are the biggest part of the compensation plan by far. And companies like Robert mentioned Monavie, the top income earners in Monavie, were making somewhere 600, 700, 800,000 per month. Their binary maxed out at 10,000 per week. So the most that they could possibly make in the binary is 40,000. So somebody in that company that was making, let's say, 700,000, 660,000 of that 700,000 was coming from the matches. That's how powerful the matching bonuses are. The reason why it pays so deep and it's paying on their entire organization. So next we have the 2% global bonus pool for shared just with diamonds. This typically ends up being somewhere between $200 and $400 extra per week. So somewhere between $800 and $1,600 per month extra in addition to the rest of your compensation. And then we have the one-time rank advance bonuses. This is paid for maintaining rank starting at diamond. We've paid many of these bonuses. We've paid every one of these bonuses out many different times, and they range from 10,000 all the way up to 150,000 one-time bonus. As Robert was mentioning, this plan is not a brand new plan. We are literally 2 months away, a little more than 2 months away from our 8th year in business. We've done almost 600 million in sales. We paid out hundreds and hundreds of millions in commissions. We've had over 4 people make over 5 people. I keep saying 4 because I've been used to it, but this last year and between February of 2023 and February of 2024, one of the people who joined in February made over $1 million their very first year. First year, starting from zero. If you make $1 million, that's over $83,333 per month. So you have to average that every single month for a year to make $1 million. We've now had 5 people make over $1 million their very first year. We've had 4 people go from 0 to 100,000 a month in 5 months, and we've had 1 go from 0 to 100,000 a month in 4 months. What Robert was saying is very true. You want to get this business growing fast. All that happens when you go slow is people start majoring in the minors. They start nitpicking every little thing. When I have people that are nitpicking and calling on every little problem, I know that's somebody who's not building the business as fast as they need to succeed. because they're focused on every little thing that's wrong, and they're not focused on the simplicity of getting two who get two, getting your business in profit so that you're getting paid. There is zero reasons in the world that you're in the hottest market ever in the world as we know it. There's never been anything. There is not a nutritional product on the planet that compares to AI. There is not any other industry on the planet that compares with AI. NVIDIA went from, people knowing what it was to the largest company in the world in 2024 for the one reason, AI. Now they dropped from number 1 to number 3. A lot of people saw probably on the news that they lost like almost $300 billion in stock price in one day, 300 billion in a day. But look, the number 2 is Apple. Apple is focusing solely on almost everything they're doing is AI. Number 3 is Microsoft, also focusing AI. Then you get into companies like Tesla and stuff like that, focusing AI. Raised $6 billion this year for XAI. I mean, come on. If that's not a clue that you're in the biggest thing, and again, I love nutrition. I love the travel space. I love these other things. But when you're looking at the largest companies in the entire world, they're not nutrition companies. They're not pharmaceutical companies. They're companies that are focusing on AI. This is everywhere in the world. Nothing compares. And then when you can get started for $15 to $50, I mean, come on. And when we already work in a plan that's paid out hundreds of millions of dollars, still people making millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month going to the distributors all over the world. And then you have a product without borders. You have the ability that now, like I speak English, I speak a fair amount of Spanish, and that's it. But now I can market in every language fluently, every language. Every single person should have a faceless AI or a faceless social media campaign going. Every single person. I saw something that really made me think the other day, and it said, if lottery tickets were free, how many would you take? If lottery tickets were free, how many would you take? Obviously, unlimited. And then they compared the same thing as posting on social media to that lottery ticket, because one post can completely change your life. I don't have the time to go over it right now, but I pulled up 50 different, and this was in one Google search, 50 different faceless pages that are making between $100,000 and $1 million per year in income. How easy is it to copy each and every one of those? And then how easy is it to put them in 4 or 5 different languages? So I can find a niche, whether it's astrology, or whether it's motivation, or whether it's weight loss, or whether it's do-it-yourself projects, or all of these different things. You can find amazing faceless social media pages on all of them. I could find one that I like, put it out there on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube, focus on YouTube Shorts. And then I could take that same exact thing and literally maybe 5 minutes extra per post and put it in different languages and do completely different pages in those different languages. So as I could go out there, finding every single person and just message them, let me show you how to use AI to make tens of thousands of dollars extra per year, or hundreds of thousands, whatever you want to put. People have done it all the way up to millions, just launching faceless social media pages. If you would like information on how to do that, get back to me. You can also go to every single network marketer in the world. Let me show you how to be a top recruiter in your company using AI. You can, so many areas. There's billions of people on all these social media campaigns. You can contact all of them for free. And every single one of them that are in marketing, or every single one of them that have every single person literally that has social media should have a way to profit from it. Why not? It takes such a little amount of time. We're talking, maybe 30 minutes per day. And it's just, again, why do people buy lottery tickets week after week after week, month after month, year after year? I bet you could find some people, maybe you know some people, maybe you are one of those people that have bought lottery tickets consistently for decades and never won. The chances here are so much better because most people have almost no follow through. You find something that is already proven. You post 2-3 times per day, which will take you maybe 30 to 40 minutes a day for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you're doing stuff that not even 1% of the world ever do. And then when you start to look at the people that do it, how many of them are successful? You can't look at how many people are successful at any item because nobody really participates. You can't look at how many people are successful in network marketing and make a decision because most of the people that join network marketing do absolutely nothing. There's no way they could possibly be successful. Look at the people that make 3 contacts a day for 3 years. Look at that percentage of people that are successful. Now you're going to start seeing 90% success, 95% success, 100% success. Look at the people on social media that are posting 2, 3, 4 times for 3, 5, 7, 8 years. And then you're going to see 80% success, 90% success, 100% success. Look at the people that post 1 or 2 times a week sporadically, and then you're going to see 99% failure, 100% failure. And so often we make our judgments based, oh, I heard that, most people don't succeed in network marketing. You're looking at the wrong thing. Most people that actually market, most people that actually launch, most people that actually treat it as a business has almost 100% success rate. There is not an easier business in the planet if you actually do anything, period. Now, we have the model, we have the technology to expose more people with great information than has ever been on the planet. And building a business is really almost nothing more than exposure. So when we can go in and put out, hey, find out how to make thousands or tens of thousands of dollars with faceless social media pages using AI. If I send out 200 or 300 of those messages a month, you don't think I'm going to get at least one person? And I could find out how to lose 20 pounds using AI. Find out how to do this using AI. Find out how to add muscle using AI. Find out how to, anything on the planet, find out how to do it using AI. Get that in front of 300-400 people a month. And you're going to tell me you can't find one person? Here's why I say one. Getting one person a month duplicated, by the end of your first year, you're making over $50,000 a month based on the $50 product. By the end of your 2 year, you're making over $1 million a month. In 2 years, one person a month on $50, you're going from 0 to $1 million a month. 2.5 years, you got over 10 million people in your downline. By your 3rd year, you have 640 million in your downline. Before you hit 4 years, you would have every single person in the planet in your downline. One person per month. How do you not get one person per month? Let me tell you. You don't get one person per month because you don't expose anybody. Expose 200 or 300 people a month. Don't get one person and give me a call. I'm not saying that it's impossible to expose 200 or 300 people and not sign somebody up, but here's what I will guarantee you. If you do that, I have something to troubleshoot, and I can tell you exactly the things that you need to change in order to get at least one sign up per month. You never need more than one sign up per month to make unlimited income in this business. You never need more than one sign up per month to become a literal millionaire within 2 years. You never need more than one per month. How don't you get one per month in this industry? I don't want to keep going because I already went over my time. Robert, I'll go ahead and give it to you to do some giveaways. But again, hopefully you understand this is the space to be in. I don't think you can go find any other industry that you find 30 companies that have raised between 100 million and there's like 4 or 5 of those that have raised over $1 billion. That they've raised that this year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really crazy.
$100 billion valuation for OpenAI. $100 billion.
Well, Dan, thank you so much for jumping in here.